English Pearcast.
Real talk, real English.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English Pearcast. I'm Alex, and today I'm actually pretty nervous. We're doing a full IELTS speaking mock exam.
And I'm Emma, your English coach and IELTS examiner. Alex, relax. Today we'll show our listeners exactly what a realistic Band 7 performance looks like. Not perfect, but good enough to get that score.
That's what most students need, right? Something achievable, not superhuman.
Exactly. Band 7 means you're a good user of English. You can communicate effectively with occasional errors. Today, I'll examine you through all three parts, and we'll analyze what makes it Band 7 level. Ready?
Let's do it.
Good morning. My name is Emma. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, my name is Alexander Morgan, but everyone calls me Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Can I see your identification?
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. Now, let's talk about where you live. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment in the city center. It's quite small, just a one-bedroom flat, but the location is really convenient because everything is nearby. Shops, restaurants, my workplace. I've been there for about 2 years now.
What do you like most about your neighborhood?
Well, I really like that it's so central. I can walk to most places I need to go, and there's a nice park just around the corner where I sometimes go jogging. The only downside is that it can be quite noisy, especially on weekends.
Now, let's talk about reading. Do you enjoy reading?
Yes, I do enjoy reading, though I don't read as much as I'd like to. I usually read before bed, mostly fiction, like thrillers or mystery novels. It helps me relax after work.
Did you read much as a child?
Honestly, not really. I was more into sports when I was younger, but my parents always encouraged us to read, so I remember having lots of books at home. I think I started enjoying reading more in high school.
Why do you think reading is important?
I think reading is important for several reasons. Obviously, it improves your vocabulary and language skills, which is really useful, but also it helps you learn about different topics and perspectives. And in my opinion, it's a good way to reduce stress, much better than just scrolling through social media all evening.
Good work in part 1, Alex. Let's analyze what made that Band 7 level.
Was it okay? I felt like my answers were pretty simple.
That's actually good. Part 1 should sound natural, not memorized. Let's break it down. First, fluency. You spoke smoothly, without long pauses. You used natural fillers like, well, honestly, and I think, which native speakers use all the time. These aren't mistakes. They make you sound more natural.
I thought fillers were bad.
Natural fillers are fine. What's bad is every 2 seconds. You also extended your answers appropriately, about 2 to 3 sentences each. Not too short, like, yes, I like reading, but not rambling either. When I asked what you like about your neighborhood, you didn't just say the location, you explained why. Everything is nearby, there's a park. That's development.
What about vocabulary?
You used good phrases like quite central, around the corner. The only downside is reduce stress and scrolling through social media. These are natural collocations. You don't need fancy words in part 1. You need natural, accurate English. Your grammar was also solid. You mixed tenses correctly. Present simple for habits, present perfect for experiences, and past simple for childhood. No major errors.
So the key for part 1?
Sound natural, extend your answers with reasons or examples, and don't memorize. Practice talking about common topics until it feels comfortable. Now, part 2. I'll give you a topic card. You have 1 minute to prepare, then speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Here's your topic. Describe a skill you would like to learn. You should say what the skill is, how you would learn it, why you want to learn it, and explain how it might help you in the future.
Okay, let me make some notes.
You can start now.
Right. So the skill I'd like to learn is playing the guitar. I've always thought it would be great to be able to play an instrument, and the guitar seems like a good choice because it's quite versatile. You can play different styles of music. In terms of how I'd learn it, I think I'd probably start with online tutorials on YouTube or maybe use an app. There are so many free resources available these days. If I got more serious about it, I might take some proper lessons with a teacher, but I'd want to see if I enjoy it first before spending money on lessons. I'd also need to buy a guitar, obviously, probably a second-hand one to start with. The main reason I want to learn is that I've always loved music, but I've never been able to create it myself. I think it would be really satisfying to be able to play my favorite songs. Also, I've heard that learning an instrument is good for your brain. It improves memory and concentration. And honestly, I think it would be a nice hobby. Right now, I spend too much time on my phone in the evenings, so having something more productive to do would be good. As for how it might help me in the future, well, I think it would mainly be for personal enjoyment rather than professional reasons, but it could open up some social opportunities. Maybe I could join a band or play at small gatherings with friends. It would also give me more confidence, I think, because learning a new skill is always challenging, and achieving it would be quite rewarding. Plus, if I got good enough, I could teach my future kids, which would be nice.
Thank you. What type of music would you most like to play?
I think probably rock or pop music, songs that I already know and like. Classical guitar is beautiful, but I'd prefer to play more modern stuff.
Do you think learning an instrument as an adult is more difficult than as a child?
Yeah, probably. Children seem to pick up new skills faster, and they have more free time to practice, but I think adults have better discipline and motivation, so that might balance it out.
Alex, that was a solid Band 7 performance. Let's see why.
I felt like I repeated myself a bit, though.
Minor repetition is fine if you're still communicating clearly. Let's analyze. First, timing. You spoke for about 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is perfect. You don't need to speak for exactly 2 minutes. Anywhere between 1:30 and 2:00 is good.
I was worried I'd run out of things to say.
You covered all 4 points on the cue card systematically. You used signposting. In terms of how I'd learn it, the main reason, as for how it might help me in the future, this creates clear structure. Your vocabulary was appropriate, like versatile, proper lessons, second-hand, productive, social opportunities, and rewarding. Not overly complex, but natural and accurate.
What about grammar?
You used good variety, like conditionals, like if I got more serious, and would be, modal verbs, might take, could join, and different tenses. You made one small error. I'd want to see if I enjoy it should technically be enjoyed it for the past. But honestly, native speakers make this error too, and it didn't affect understanding at all.
So one small error is okay?
Absolutely. Band 7 allows for occasional errors. What matters is, did you communicate clearly? Did you speak for long enough? Did you address all points? Yes, yes, and yes.
What should listeners remember?
Make notes during preparation, just key words, not full sentences. Follow the cue card structure, give reasons for your answers, use personal examples, and relax. It doesn't need to be perfect, just clear and complete. Now, part 3. Let's discuss skills and education more generally. Do you think schools should teach more practical skills?
Yes, I think so. I mean, traditional subjects like math and science are important, but I think schools should also teach things like basic cooking, managing money, or even simple home repairs. These are skills that everyone needs in real life, but most people have to learn them by trial and error as adults. So, yeah, I think a balance would be good.
How has technology changed the way people learn skills nowadays?
Well, it's made learning much more accessible. In the past, if you wanted to learn something, you had to find a teacher or buy expensive books. Now you can just go on YouTube and find thousands of free tutorials on almost any skill. The problem is that there's almost too much information. It can be hard to know which resources are actually good quality. Also, learning online requires a lot of self-discipline because there's no teacher to keep you motivated.
Some people say practical skills are more important than academic knowledge. What's your opinion?
I don't completely agree with that. I think both are valuable, but maybe in different ways. Practical skills help you do specific jobs and tasks, which is obviously important, but academic knowledge gives you a broader understanding and helps you think critically. I suppose it depends on what career you want. For some jobs, like being an electrician, practical skills are more important. For others, like being a researcher, you need more academic knowledge. Ideally, people should have a bit of both.
What can governments do to help people develop new skills?
I think governments could provide more free or affordable training programs, especially for people who need to change careers. They could also work with companies to create apprenticeship programs where people learn while working. Another thing is making sure that education systems teach relevant skills. There's often a gap between what schools teach and what employers actually need, so governments should probably talk more with businesses to understand what skills are in demand.
Excellent part 3, Alex. This is where Band 7 really shows.
Really? I felt like I was just giving my opinions.
Exactly. But you gave developed opinions with reasons. When I asked about practical skills in schools, you didn't just say yes, you explained why, gave examples like cooking and money management, and suggested a balanced approach. That's Band 7 thinking.
I tried to give both sides.
That shows maturity in your thinking. In part 3, questions are more abstract and require analysis. You handled this well. Your vocabulary was appropriate for abstract discussion, accessible, trial and error, self-discipline, think critically, relevant skills, in demand. You also used discourse markers effectively. The problem is, I suppose, ideally.
What about grammar in this section?
Very good. You used complex sentences naturally, like, if you wanted to learn something, you had to find a teacher. You used conditionals, like, it would be good, comparatives, like, more important than, and relative clauses, which is obviously important. Your answers were 30 to 40 seconds each, which is ideal for part 3.
I was trying not to make it too short.
You succeeded. Short answers like, yes, I agree, would be Band 5 or 6. You extended with explanations, examples, and different perspectives. You also showed you could discuss abstract topics, not just personal experiences. That's crucial for Band 7.
Any mistakes I should worry about?
Nothing significant. Maybe some very minor things, but they didn't affect communication. Remember, Band 7 is good user with occasional inaccuracies. You don't need perfection. Let's summarize the key features for Band 7 that Alex demonstrated today.
I'm curious what made this realistic versus too perfect.
Great question. Here's what makes a realistic Band 7. Part 1. Answer in 2 to 3 sentences. Use simple but accurate language. Add one reason or example. Don't memorize answers. Alex did this naturally. Part 2. Speak for 1.5 to 2 minutes. Cover all points on the cue card. Use personal examples. Make minor notes, not full sentences. It's okay to have small pauses while thinking. Alex kept it real and conversational. Part 3, give developed answers, 30 to 40 seconds. Explain your opinions with reasons. Show you can discuss abstract ideas. Use phrases like, I think, probably, it depends. These show natural thinking. Alex demonstrated good critical thinking without being overly complicated.
What about students should avoid?
Don't use memorized answers. Examiners spot this immediately. Don't use vocabulary you don't really understand. It sounds unnatural. Don't speak too fast, trying to impress. Don't give yes-no answers, and don't panic about small mistakes. They're normal at Band 7.
What's the biggest misconception about Band 7?
That you need to be perfect. You don't. Band 7 means you communicate effectively with good vocabulary and grammar, but occasional errors are fine. Alex made tiny mistakes today, but they didn't matter because the communication was clear and fluent.
So it's about clear communication, not perfection.
Exactly. Focus on expressing your ideas clearly, extending your answers, and sounding natural. Practice speaking regularly, even just 10 minutes a day. Record yourself and listen back. And most importantly, relax during the exam. The examiner wants to hear your genuine thoughts, not a performance.
Well, listeners, I hope this realistic mock exam helped. Band 7 is definitely achievable.
It absolutely is. Remember, fluency over perfection, development over complexity, and natural over memorized. Keep practicing.
Thanks, Emma, and thanks to everyone listening. If this was helpful, share it with your friends preparing for IELTS.
Good luck with your exams, everyone. You've got this.